Here it is, the last one, fight number 12, Bantamweight title fight and your main event of the evening. Brought to you one more time by the guys that make your car go boom and do it properly. Go see Jones Subwoofer Solutions, the biggest bass and the best in the audio industry. If you don't believe me, check out Facebook. JSS does not mess around. They are hooking you up with a Bantamweight title fight scheduled for 5 3-minute rounds. Coming out first, fighting out of the red corner is your challenger. He stands 5 feet 8 inches tall, weighed in at 134 pounds, and has a current record of 4-1. Doing it for the Pit SLC. Make some noise for Jordan Speedy Gonzalez!
Ooh, that echo. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here comes the challenger, Jordan Speedy Gonzalez. This young man is 22 years old, standing 5 feet 8 inches tall, weighing in at 134 pounds, with a record of 4-1-0, representing Team The Pit SLC. What do we know about this guy? What do we know about his gym?
Well, as you mentioned earlier, at the Pit SLC, we have Randy the gym. I mean, great gym, but this is a rematch, right?
Yes.
So these guys fought back in December. I believe it was a decision, right?
Yes, unanimous decision.
Yeah, unanimous decision. And so, I mean, this is his shot at redemption. I mean, this is Jordan Gonzalez's like second go.
Well, and this is an immediate rematch for the title as well. So that bout is where Jordan was not able to get the title. Kauai became the champion, and they penned him in for, okay, hey, that was a great fight. That was a beautiful 5-round fight. We want to see another one.
Yeah, let's do it again.
Yeah, and Kauai was like, yeah, you know what? Let's do it.
Yeah.
Kauai wasn't try and word this the right way. Some people, they win, they're like, no, he hasn't done anything to deserve a rematch. And Kauai was a good sport about it. He's like, yeah, absolutely, let's run it back. And they're doing this again. And
this is some of the top amateurs in the state.
Oh, absolutely. Let's take it to the cage and find out what
his opponent and your current SteelFist Fight Night amateur bantamweight champion, fighting out of the black corner, standing 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in at 135 pounds, with a current amateur record of 5-1-1. Doing it for UCTC. Make some noise for the throwing Samoan Kauai Thompson.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the throwing Samoan's on his way out. Kauai Thompson, he's 25 years old, stands 5 foot 7 inches tall, weighed in at 135 pounds, and he has a record of 5-1-1, representing Team UCTC. You tell me about those guys. I think you know a little bit more than me.
Well, UCTC Ultimate Combat Training Center, you've got Nicholas Studham over there. He's been working a lot, putting in rounds and really putting in the work with Kauai. But behind them, right behind Kauai, you see Sione Pua-style boxing, phenomenal amateur boxer, Golden Gloves guy. Had an eye injury, kind of forced him out of the sport, but is still an amazing coach. You've got Mafu, the quiet one, Mafu Fosta, who used to be pretty well known back in the early days of MMA here in the state of Utah, and is in his right, not just an amazing boxer and MMA fighter, but an amazing jiu-jitsu practitioner these days. So he's getting some good work in with some really good guys, really technical in a lot of different ways. So he's definitely been putting in the work to get ready for this rematch to defend the title.
Well, and he gets to go back in the gym, and though he came out on the winning side, he gets to look back at, you know, the things where he didn't do so well, so that he can do better this time. Because you know that Jordan's going to come back, you know, a changed man.
Jordan has been spending the last, what did we say? It was back in December, so the last 3 months working on his deficiencies that he feels lost this fight back in December. So he's coming in like you said, a changed fighter in whatever ways that he felt like he needed to, or his coaches felt like he needed to. And Kauai, same thing. Hey, these were some holes that we saw in your game. We're going to work on those. And I spoke with Nick Studham a couple weeks ago over at a place that he works on the side. And he was talking about all the rounds that he's been doing with Kauai. He's like, yeah, I stopped coaching, but Kauai won't let me. He's like, I have to keep doing rounds with Kauai to get him ready. So, ooh. Nice little exchange, nice tie-up.
Kauai went right into a clinch. I wonder if you saw something in this position last time. I felt something there.
Yeah, I do like the jockeying with that over-under. Kind of fighting for hooks. And really good cage control that we're seeing now, Jordan Gonzalez. You know, Kauai had that pressure on really good, but you saw Jordan just kind of switch a little bit with that underhook and start pushing through, and he's doing a really good job controlling this cage position right now.
Yeah, and that seemed to be more Jordan's kind of area. Kauai, I always see striking. Popping people in the head.
Kauai hits very, 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 very hard. And accurately, too.
Yeah, Kauai's got some hands.
Yeah, they're accurate and they're fast and they're heavy. They're that trifecta.
Yes. Well, he did just engage, grappling and then disengage. So he felt him and was able to kind of get in and out. They're starting this fight out pretty slow.
Yeah, good feeling out for both of them.
It went the distance last time. They're probably thinking, hey, this guy can go.
Right, they both got the cardio and they know it. Ooh, big left by Kauai.
Yep, nice duck under by Jordan.
Jordan's cage control looks very impressive.
Yes.
Very impressive. And he's not cheating. You watch, he's not grabbing the cage.
No.
He's doing just body control.
Yeah, legit.
And what you see a lot of times when people are controlling the cage like this, they've got that backside of their hand away from the ref, grabbing through and lacing the cage. You're not seeing that out of Jordan.
And it's on those little breaks where Kauai likes to land.
Yes.
And he'll land in combos.
I like that leg kick, that kind of fade away. Ooh, nice.
Coming over the top.
That left went right to the temple there on Kauai. Ooh.
To the body. Jordan's hands are looking good.
One thing Kauai does really effectively or really well is that he doesn't give away too much of where he's going to strike. You notice when he starts throwing some of those exchanges to the head, kind of out of nowhere where he throws that looper, he's looking at the body.
He caught him.
Big hands.
Oh.
Good strikes by, yes, very good. Kauai Thompson put an exclamation point at the end of that round. What I was talking about with Kauai, watch as he starts throwing those exchanges. When he comes in, he doesn't look at his target zone.
Yes.
He kind of changes his eye position. He looks a little bit down, usually to the left, at about the elbow area, maybe rib cage area, and then he throws a big right overhand.
Yeah.
He does that every time. It's almost a tell, but it's not, because he's trying his best not to let you know where he's going to punch you. So, but man, those hands are just very, very accurate when they start landing like that.
Well,
and
he
dangerous.
let him go at the end. I think he understood he landed, and it hurt him.
And he needed to go after it.
And he needed to go. Now, to Jordan's credit, Jordan did great. Jordan may have won that round.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, again, not judges, right? So I'm not going to say that he did, but I think that I saw enough control.
I was leaning that way until that flurry at the end from Kauai. So,
well, and that last 10 seconds of a fight or of a round can completely still it from your opponent. You know, if your opponent's winning but barely winning throughout the entire fight or the entire round, and you put on
more devastating, more
dominant.
I mean, that was the most dominant exchange we saw the whole round.
The entire round, yeah.
The most dominant 10 seconds of the whole round was that last 10 seconds.
Yes, absolutely. and effective as well.
Yeah, agreed.
Because not just the flurry that he was putting on and making Jordan cover up, but he actually landed some very heavy shots that you could see had an impact.
Yes, yes. Well, and here's Jordan. Jordan going back to that cage. He was doing great with that in the first round.
No, Jordan's cage control is phenomenal. Here goes the takedown.
Yep, here goes his takedown.
Or at least the attempt.
Yes, yes. Good defense.
And it is hard when if you're not able to change levels all the way. A good little technique there is pinching the foot between your thigh and rotating as hard as you can towards that outside, and try and force the takedown that way if you can't suck them out. But it's still, it's not a guarantee. And when you got someone with good hips like Kauai, it makes it really difficult.
But what does happen is you put Kauai on his back foot and he's not able to do what he's doing right now. He's defending a leg. He's defending his leg.
Yeah.
I mean, that is one of the benefits of what was occurring.
Yes, yeah. Defending the takedown instead of throwing some punches.
Yes, instead of the throwing Samoan, swinging at your head.
Ooh, nice push kick.
Yes, good time push kick.
Good changing angles. Twice landed.
Those flurries he likes to throw.
Even with the hands in the middle, those are heavy punches. They're still going to rattle. And you're seeing that right now. Jordan did a good job covering up and weathering the storm, but ooh!
He does, but some of those slip through, and honestly, the optics of those.
Those big left followed by a big right that lands, and Jordan is not liking this right now.
No.
And Kauai knows it. Kauai's landed some big shots.
I'd like to see Kauai go chop down that leg while he's doing that.
I don't think
we have Jordan so covering the head.
Make him go low, right?
Yes, and that'll bring those hands back down.
And I don't think that Kauai is really thinking about other parts of the body as much as he's thinking about knocking the head off.
Yeah, punching his head.
Yeah, he's thinking rock'em sock'em robots. Yeah. I'm going to hit you as hard as I can and try and make you either lose consciousness or your head.
Kick that front leg out into an uppercut.
Yeah. That was definitely Kauai's round.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah, no matter how you look at it, that was Kauai's round.
That was Kauai's round right there. When Kauai starts to unload, when he starts to unleash, Jordan doesn't seem to have an answer but to shell up.
No, it's not even just that Jordan doesn't have an answer. I don't think that Jordan can do anything except for cover up. And then you do see him after a few, like he'll
throw one and he'll land sometimes.
And he'll eat a few shots.
He gets split.
And he'll cover up right here, and then he'll throw a few of his own, and then he goes right back to the cover up.
Exactly.
And again, that's because Kauai has such heavy hands that your natural reaction is going to be to cover up when you get rocked like that.
Yeah, well, and that's what happens, and that's how Kauai gets the W.
Yes.
So let's see what Jordan can do this round to kind of change that dynamic. He's still in the fight. He's still ready to go. You saw him at the end of the round, still putting his hands up, saying, let's go.
And it looked like Kauai might have gotten a little tired there towards the end of the round because he went for that single leg instead of continuing with the flurry.
Yes, and I was thinking that as Kauai was going, that was quite the punch output as well. Long term, what's that going to do? We are in the third round right now.
In a regular amateur fight, it's not as dangerous.
No, this is the last round.
But they've got 3 rounds,
more.
including this. They've got 3 rounds left.
Yes.
Nice looping looping right hook to kind of open things up for Kauai.
I think Kauai feels very comfortable striking with Jordan.
Yeah. Well, and I think he established that in the first fight.
Yeah.
Or at least establish that confidence in the first fight. There you go, back to what Jordan's been dominant.
Yes, this cage counter control.
Yes.
In these grappling positions. When he's threatening Kauai can't strike with him.
Yes. Well, I'd love to see him be able to do anything, even like throw a quick uppercut, shake off the cage, throw a quick uppercut, go right back to the cage control. Something other than just controlling the cage, because Now, the cage control is great. It shows dominant position, but it doesn't show anything effective like striking does, and it doesn't overcompensate against the striking that Kauai's been landing in this round, in this fight. Control is great, but you have to do damage while you're controlling.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the component that's not as much there. Nice little head throw.
Nice head throw. A little bit more of a trip the way that he did. He grabbed the head like it was going to be a head throw, and then just stepped through and dropped down. But either way, very effective. Kauai needs to be careful because Jordan does have some pretty, I'm not going to say lanky legs, but quick hips.
Gotcha.
And the way that he starts climbing up the body, the way he was able to pull that guard, you got to watch out for that. He is training with Ramsey Najim, of all people, right?
Yes.
So you're going to expect a solid jiu-jitsu game out of Jordan. Watch for him to start climbing up and watch for him to shoot for either a triangle or an armbar.
Nice head pressure from Kauai.
Yeah. Well, putting that pressure down tripod with his head instead of just his legs and using the body.
It's a lot of pressure on the face.
Yes. But at the same time, it's dangerous when you go tripod like that. You're opening yourself up for someone to climb up and go for the triangles and go for the arm bars because you're stretching yourself out. You're not flat against the body. You're more elongated and you're in a little bit more dangerous position like that.
That's the end of the first round, or third round.
Yeah. Now we're moving into the championship rounds.
This is the championship rounds we're heading into, ladies and gentlemen. So who do you give that round to?
Kauai.
Yeah, me as well. Me as well.
I think Kauai's winning at a minimum 2 rounds to 1, but I think that sorry, spectators, man, I love them. I love it, and that was great. Anyway, I think that Kauai probably has taken all 3 rounds. I would not be surprised if one of the judges or 2 of the judges said that Jordan got the first round just because of that control and taking away that dominant striking ability of Kauai, but Kauai opening up at the last 10 seconds of the round, he might have gotten it, but definitely rounds 2 and 3 had to go to Kauai. He was so dominant with his striking in both of those rounds, there's no way that any judge would have given it a different direction.
So if you're in Jordan's quarter, what are we telling him?
That's a hard one. I'm not at their training camp, right? So I would say, hey, if you're going to keep going against the cage, you need to start striking. You need to start going for something. Go for a shoulder choke when you put him against the cage. Go for an uppercut when you shake off of the cage. Something. You can't just stay in control. You have to be dominant. You have to be effectively doing something, yes, to threaten the finish. Ooh, nice. Big body shot.
And he went back at it again, the second time.
Right to the liver area, too. That's right on the right side towards those bottom part of the ribs. That is a painful area to get hit in. Not telling people at home to try and take a liver shot from someone, but I've dry heaved a few times from taking some of those. So they're definitely not comfortable. And again, you see Jordan going right back to that cage control.
Jordan's right in his corner.
Oh, there he goes.
So he's listening, and he's got Ramsey right there. He's listening to what they're saying. He's got the back right now.
I love the way he sucked his.
Capitalize.
I love the way that he shook and sucked his head out to take back there. He's going to hook the leg. Watch for him to hook the leg and try and start pulling that out. But I would love to even see him drop a little bit lower, change his hips, and go for a suplex. Not now, obviously.
Yeah. Well, I think Kauai heard you, and he changed his base a little bit too.
Ooh, that big right off of the breakup. That's one thing Kauai's really good at too. Is anytime there's a separation, he throws.
Oh yeah, he strikes off the break.
Yes, and I'd love to see Jordan doing that because Jordan's the one controlling that separation. He should be able to claim it.
Yeah.
Right? He should be able to throw either an uppercut or a hard hook as he's separating because he's the one letting the pressure off.
When he's gonna let
exactly. He's letting the pressure off.
So he's going to be the one that can swing first.
Ooh.
Looks like Kauai's slowing down a little bit.
I mean, 4 rounds in, and 2 out of the 3, he was throwing a lot of punches.
Yep.
It's hard to keep that pace for that long.
Agreed. I couldn't last a minute and a half.
I get tired walking up my stairs.
I know.
And there's only 5 of them in my house. I don't know.
Last 30 seconds. At this point in time, I think Jordan knows to squint this run out.
Yeah, Jordan's doing a really good job. He's been in control. He's landed probably equal amount of strikes. Landed anyway, not thrown, but landed.
Yes.
But we're going to hear that 10-second click here really soon. And again, this is where we saw Kauai come alive at the end of the first round too. Again.
We're heading into the 5th and final round, my friend.
That could have gone to Jordan. I think that round very easily could have gone to Jordan.
So it could be 2-2 right now.
It very well could be, but it also could be 3-1.
That is true.
So if you're over in Kauai's corner, what are you telling Kauai to do right now?
You got to stay active. Stay active. Continue to move in and out. Continue to land shots just like you just did. Work the body. Go to the head. I mean, it looks like he's doing well over there in the corner. As I'm sitting there, seeing him, they're chatting it up with him. He seems to be doing really well. I don't know. What would you tell him to do if you were in the corner with him?
It's a hard one because he's been doing everything to the best of his ability, and he's been effective at what he's doing. So it's a hard one, but this is the final round. So honestly,
you gotta be active. When he's active, he's winning.
Yeah, 100%. And I think that what you saw in that last round was literally Jordan starting to catch up. I think that was regardless if Jordan won or lost that 4th round, that was close. That would have been, if you gave that one to Kauai, you barely gave that one to Kauai.
Yes.
But then at the same time, if you gave it to Jordan, you barely gave it to Jordan.
Agreed. But the 2 rounds before that, you didn't give him the Jordan.
No, there was no question on it. Ooh.
Nice
back to the body. That one looked like it caught the elbow.
I saw he had his arm in, definitely.
Yeah.
Remember, he got caught right there earlier.
Oh, he's got a good, not ridiculous amount of swelling and bruising, but he's definitely got some red in that lower rib cage area in the front right of his abdomen. On Jordan, you can see that it's already starting to
feints to try to get you to move, react, find that hole.
Yeah, this round is much like the last round. Pretty close. It's staying back and forth. They're both landing. They're both throwing.
Yeah, so far I'm not seeing the dominant side from either party this round.
Agreed.
Kauai's feinting, throwing more shots for sure.
But he's not landing effectively anymore. He's throwing more like at the beginning of the first round where a lot of his shots were a little bit too wide or a little bit too high. He's not landing as much.
I'd like to see Jordan in there on a leg.
Yeah.
Just trying to get a takedown and not letting Kauai do this.
No, absolutely. That would be the smart move, but at the same time, he needs to win this fight. And you don't want to assume that you have 2-2. You want to win the fight. You need to put an end to it and go for that takedown, but go for the submissions if you're going to go for the takedown.
Oh! Nice head kick.
Nice head kick.
Now, you saw Kauai just clenched up. I don't know if that was smart on Kauai's side of the equation. He's got kicked in the head, one of the best kick strikes of the round.
Right.
And now we're disengaging from striking for the last 40
you don't
seconds.
want to get kicked in the head again. You can shake it off as much as you want. You can put that little flare on there like it didn't do anything with your hand and your head, but you got kicked in the head. You don't want that to happen again. You want to close the distance a little bit. Oh.
Well, now he's waking up.
That's the end of the fight.
And remember, when he wakes up, he does well. Let's see, 20 more seconds. He didn't steal in this round.
Even if he doesn't do a whole lot, he's still chasing Jordan.
He's chasing. He's
there he goes.
Action.
Beautiful end to the round.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Throwing to the body and then the head all the way to the last second. This is one of those fights. This is what I love about these guys. They've got the ability to go the distance, and they
still throwing.
Yes, Kauai trying to end the fight from start to finish, all 5 rounds, and you've got Jordan countering, trying to pick apart that game plan and throw his own throughout the entire fight too.
They train.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy how amazing a fight can be when both competitors are in a reputable gym, getting good training and putting everything they have into it.
Exactly. Great fight, guys. Great fight.
Beautiful fight. Let's take it to the cage and find out who the champion is.
Sounds good to me.
And let's hear it for your current champion, Kauai, the throwing Samoan Thompson. Making the judges work on the last fight of the night. Again, please, guys, don't forget, April 27th. Would love to see you back here again. Get home safely tonight. Enjoy St. Patrick's Day tomorrow. Don't tell the babysitter we got done early. Go do something fun. I got the answers coming up in just a minute. All right, I got both fighters in the center of the cage. Do me a favor, make some noise. You guys absolutely rock. Here's your scores. Dennis McMahon with a score of 50-44. Dan First with a score of 49-46. Stephen Farragher with a score of 50-45. Your winner by unanimous decision and still SteelFist Fight Night Bantamweight champion out of the black corner, the throwing Samoan Kauai Thompson.
All right, I'm here with your winner and still Bantamweight champion, Kauai Thompson. Holy crap, man. That was like a replay of the last time you got in the cage. How are you feeling right now?
Man, I feel good. Jordan's got a chin. Trust me, I tried for 10 rounds to knock him out. He's still standing, so maybe next time.
Maybe next time. All right, brother. Did anything happen in that fight that caught you off guard?
Nah, I expected a dogfight. That's what I got.
All right, is there anyone you want to thank tonight?
Thank you to my mom and dad. They do everything for me, for my siblings, for my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, for my 4 coaches, my head coach, Shane Poha Boxing, best in Utah, Mafu for helping me out with jiu-jitsu and for cornering, Nick from Muay Thai, and my other coach at home, Davin Lau. And to all my training partners and support, love you guys.
All right, man, are you going to come back and keep defending this thing?
Let's go, who wants it? Come get it.
All right, man. Congratulations. We can't wait to see you come back in here and do it again. Everyone give it up for your winner and still Bantamweight Amateur Champion, Kauai, the throwing Samoan Thompson.
Congratulations, Kauai. On behalf of everybody here at SteelFist Fight Night, please enjoy the rest of your weekend. Get home safely tonight. Come back on April 27th. We love you all, and we out.